Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Jonathan Gan, together with Nadia, Hassan and Sulhi Azman. So for our companies in the news today, we have a broadband services beneficiary, Opcom Holdings Bhd. Its unit, basically Opcom Cable Sendirian Berhad, has secured its third contract from Telekom Malaysia in this half a year. This time, it's worth about 67.8 million ringgit. In terms of its share price today, Opcom rose nearly 4% to 80 cents. So basically on the news front, the fiber optic maker has told Bursa Malaysia that it has negotiated and basically accepted the letter of award from TM to install, test and commission a line of plant network project.
Saying that if somebody gave you 67 million, would you say no?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, this was actually not the only contract win that got my eye. Right. I saw that KNM also did, and KNM actually also shot up quite a bit. Their thing was bigger, but KNM has to win back a lot of faith because it lost a few people here and there. But I was looking at Opcom, right? Yeah. You know when I really started looking at it, and I'm loath to admit this, mostly because it shows that I'm a little bit shallow, is that Tan Sri Mokhzani Mahathir, he actually came in, that actually sort of leaped up the share price. So we call this like corporate Jesus syndrome, right? If you come in and you're fundamentally changing the company, it's a good thing. Is it just the name? But to be fair to the company, the assets are really good. Yeah. Fundamentals are actually very solid.
I have to commend Opcom in particular about its assets and also its net cash position of 40 million. I sort of think that I think perhaps Insider Asia might be flagging this stock next. But the thing is that it has a very steady contract stream, and it also says that one of its major clients, which is basically TM, is a beneficiary of the high-speed broadband phase 2 and the suburban broadband, 1.6 billion suburban broadband projects.
Have you upgraded to Unify yet?
I'm on Maxis myself.
Yeah, but you do realize that the backbone is still TM's.
Correct.
Yeah, it's still TM. So this is a big thing for them. I think that the take up of Unify was the reason why TM had such good numbers in the first going. Now they're looking for new ways of doing it, and as long as they continue, because they're committed to do this, so Opcom will continue to have a steady stream. Now here's the thing. I think as long as you can do it well, then you're the right person for it. We are hoping that, because looking at the fundamentals, it still looks like the company is fine. They should be able to do a good job as long as they have a good track record.
Right. So the thing is that the group has also won a 3-year contract of 210 million at the end of May. And that project also, it's going to contribute positively to the company's earnings, it said in its prospects. So the company is actually also taking steps to mitigate its exposure to the strengthening of the US dollar, actually. So
let me tell you, after we've said all of that, 80 cents, would you take it?
I would say that the prospects of the company are very good.
Do you think it has room to move after 4%?
Yeah, because broadband penetration in Malaysia is still relatively low.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the urban areas are still on Streamix.
Correct. Well, anyway, just to wrap up, the company is actually rightly positioned to capitalize on the growth of broadband. Fundamentally, it appears to be doing very well, being asset rich and of course still making money. The company is also taking active steps to mitigate its exposure to the US dollar, which should bode well for its earnings. So up next, we have our Insider Asia stock of the day, which is actually highwaying its way in. What's the stock pick, Max?
Well, today the Insider Asia has picked the stock, a relatively steady cash flow stock called Litrak, or Lingkaran Transkota Holdings Bhd. It closed down 0.98% lower at 5 ringgit and 5 cents today.
You know why I'm actually very familiar with Litrak? Because that highway that they have, which is of course Sprint, they own 50% of Sprint, is the highway I take every day to work. So yeah, and it's still one of the most expensive tolls, but never mind, yes.
Yeah, never mind about that. I think, why does the Insider Asia likes the Litrak stock? Number one is a stable, steady cash flow. It has a cash of 341 million ringgit, and free cash flow is strong at 171 million to 221 million ringgit. And it's also borrowing is about manageable. Short-term borrowing 70 million ringgit, long-term borrowing is at 1.2 billion ringgit. But I think they can manage that somehow. And as you said earlier, it serves affluent population, basically, Litrak, and the Sprint Highway also, it's an associate company, 50% stake, managing affluent highways. And
I don't think it's an affluent highway. I think the highway probably leads to affluent neighborhoods.
Affluent population, yes.
Yes,
Affluent population.
Oh, I would love to see what an affluent highway is, though. It's a very rich one with like gold tolls or something. Anyway, yeah. So what else do we? The thing is about Litrak. I was following it. Their traffic numbers are still nothing compared to like Plus. But is it growing okay?
But I think it's growing okay. It's growing 2% average daily traffic back in 2014 when they announced it in the annual report. Now, if you look at it, right, they say it's about 500,000 cars per day. And if you do simple calculations, 160 cents, you multiply that by 500,000, assuming it's all cars, you have about revenue to about 8 million ringgit alone. And this is reflected in their earnings, basically. Earnings for the first quarter was a bit flat at 96 million ringgit, which went up by 0.4%. But net profit, it grew by 24% on lower maintenance costs, as well as the growth in toll increase in Damansara and in Kerinci Highway.
What do you think of? How do you feel about tolls?
This is a stock that you would basically buy if you're looking for very, very stable growth. I think.
But at 505 though, at 505 it's hardly bargain basement.
Well, I mean, it's value is what you. A price is what you pay, value is what you get,
I suppose,
So,
okay.
But you did say that the stock, has risen by 45%. But Public Invest Research, in their latest note available, it says that the target price is 4.60 cents as the fair value that they value the company, and they said that they believe the company is actually fully valued. But on the other hand, MIDF Research says that the company has still a lot of room to grow, and the target price is 5.07, which is just not far from the current closing share price today.
Just a quick kind of note, if Litrak's actually watching this, the Sprint Highway is eternally jammed at certain points. I hope you get enough money to kind of expand it. Because personal message aside, but highways are one of the most solid things you can have, right, in your portfolio. Concessions in general.
True. Like I said, it's really a very stable company. Max, why don't you wrap up on...
All right, the takeaway today is that Insider Asia likes the stocks because of the strong, stable earnings trajectory and also strong free cash flow, which is always their MO. And number two is that Sprint Highway has turned profitable, and this is going to be a value accretive to the Litrak's earnings.
Okay, thank you for joining us today on Market Matters. I'm Jonathan Gan, together with Nadia Hassan and Sulhi Azman. For more stories, for more details on the stories we discuss, pick up a copy of the Edge Financial Daily or Weekly, or you can visit us at www.theedgemarkets.com. As this will be my final broadcast with all of you today, I wish you all success in your investments and happy trading. Good night and good luck.